The best real hair guaranteed with Pape and Camille Beauty Hair. Pape and Camille Beauty Hair products. 4-pack Brazilian Plus Closure for £90. Special offer, Brazilian hair, 8 inches for £10, 10 inches for £12, 12 inches for £15. Lace wig frontal, 10 inches starts from just £55. Find these and other great deals with 100% guaranteed human hair at the Pape and Camille store in Brixton. Hop into our Brixton store today or go online with free next day delivery at pchairlimited.com. With Pape and Camille, you have the freedom to be really gorgeous.
Hello, good morning. My name is Samson Akinola. I'm the bona fide human rights activist lawyer to the core in the City of London. Today, the 18th of June 2019, I am in front of Westminster Magistrate Court in Marylebone regarding the incident that happened yesterday in Nigeria High Commission on the 17th of June 2019 regarding a frustrated Nigerian man called Mr. Jeffrey that destroyed the properties belonging to Nigeria High Commission. The AOC is not in support of the criminal damages that this gentleman have made, but the AOC is here to witness against the inefficacy of Nigeria High Commission that led to the frustration of Mr. Jeffrey to destroy the Nigeria High Commission property. And the AOC had 4 different meetings in 2017 and 2018 with the former Deputy High Commissioner Kabri Bala regarding these frustrations that many Nigerians are frustrated when each time they come to collect their passports. But the most dangerous people are the people that come from the countryside. They are easily frustrated because they have to take day off from their shift. They have to buy ticket to come to London. They have to lodge in hotel. And on getting here, if anything negative happens, they are easily frustrated. And AOC have settled many disputes in the past from the people that came from countryside. And we notified Deputy High Commissioner Kabri Bala regarding this. But Kabri Bala did nothing. What he did, what we have finally agreed was that the people that are coming from the countryside should leave a self-addressed envelope. Yes, which some of them did. But we now concluded that in case if no self-addressed envelope was found, they should send it to them by post in order to reduce anger anytime they come to Nigeria High Commission. But Kabri Bala said he has noted it, that everything will be done. If they don't leave a self-addressed envelope, they will send it to them by post. That was the agreement between the AOC team and Nigeria High Commission under the leadership of Deputy High Commissioner last year, 2017 as well. And you must remember, if there's no telephone call in Nigeria High Commission, which we have a lot of evidence in my phone, which I will play to the court to corroborate my evidence that Nigeria High Commission is ineffective. We cannot reach them on the phone, number one. Number two, there's no complaint box inside Nigeria High Commission, which we reported to the Deputy High Commissioner, and he promised to put the system in place. If there is a system in place for the guy to report to, yesterday, this incident wouldn't have happened. Number one, when they said the guy does not have the sleep, but when they noticed the hunger in this guy, they should have referred the guy to supervisor. If the supervisor cannot settle the conflict, then the manager will be able to settle it. You see, if all these procedures are in place, there's presumption we would have prevented the criminal damages yesterday. But because there's no system in Nigeria High Commission UK under the leadership of Ambassador Oguntade, that was what led to this incident. And you must remember, the law of provocation is persuasive. If you look at the section 1 of the Criminal Damage 1971, it states clearly that there must be an intention to destroy property belonging to another. At this situation, we haven't seen the intention for this guy to destroy the property belonging to another. Although today, the guy was in the court, but he's not in the court today for what he did yesterday, because he has not been charged yet. According to the prosecutor, when I talked to the prosecutor, they said he's in the court today for a different offense, because he's previously on probation. But as of today, he's not here for the criminal damages he made yesterday with Nigeria High Commission. So they said they will notify me, but I'm using this platform to appeal to any Nigerians that know this guy. They should ask him to get in touch with me, or if you know any of his relatives, they should get in touch with me so that we can set it right, we can set it together. And also, I do appreciate the effort of Koiki Media and Citizen AY. They have been calling me, and I keep updating them about the feedback of what is happening.
Okay, so that's the video that went viral. If you haven't seen it, so we're playing it. The video of Mr. Samson Akinola that went viral. It was 7-8 minutes, yeah. And I'm surprised how far it went. People were even sending it to me. Rose, we have to talk about this, but of course I've seen it and sent it to Uche there, and of course we are talking about this issue. It bothers me, it bothers you, and I think it should bother the presidents of the Federation. The UK, for one, I mean, we were colonized by this country, and there's several relationship exchange between Nigeria and the UK, and this embassy or the Nigerian High Commission should be outstanding in everything else. The other day, a picture of the toilet, the male toilet, went viral of the Nigerian embassy. It was completely offensive. You can't believe it. For the male toilets, there was buckets underneath it. I mean, when you call, you just get no response. The internet, I mean, the website is not updated. No adequate provision for nursing mothers, pregnant ladies, for the elderly. A whole number of, things that should have been done, taken care of here. And there are Nigerians who are standing up, who are saying a no. And the government needs to look into this. And I'm particularly happy, when some of us are actually taking the back seat and say, we are tired. Some are rising up and speaking up against this, and we must support them. Let me take this caller quickly before I get to my guest. Hello, David. Thanks for joining us. Let's have your contribution. David.
Hello.
Yes, David. Let's have your contribution quickly. Thank you.
Yes, hello. My name is David. I'm calling from London.
Go ahead, please.
I just wanted to get something clear from the honorable lawyer in the House. Is he trying to say that the loss of self-control is available for him as a defense in court? Because my understanding is that the loss of self-control is only available for a partial defense in murder case.
Is it okay?
Are you done, David? Hello, David? He said, are you trying to say that the guy lost self-control?
No. Well, the guy lost self-control under provocation. So yes. we are not in support. We are not in support of what the guy did. Mm-hmm. Although, despite the fact that he's being frustrated, that doesn't exonerate him from the.
But I think there was another picture of this Jeffrey throwing food at some of his colleagues, or maybe a McDonald's staff. He was angry, there was an outburst, and he did that, and he was arrested by the police. So this seems to be a constant character of his.
People can be frustrated, people can be intense, but that's why I said, no matter how anything be, court have to look at the intent, the state of mind. Did he foresee it? Did he foresaw it? Did he have intention to destroy Nigeria High Commission property? Court, everything, menstrual have to be considered, either in manslaughter, or either in murder case, or in criminal damages case as well. For you to destroy the property, the menstrual has to be considered as well. They can't just say because we committed it, sentenced to prison. No, they have to ask a question. That's why we have fair trial. So he can argue it if it's in the court. Then we want to take the matter on board in our firm, because we believe, with a lot of evidence we have, the AOC personal evidence of of over 200 appearances in front of Nigeria High Commission, the AOC personnel over 20 letters, and the video evidence, which are re-evidence in the court. Paper like this one is a re-evidence in the court. All those letters that go through email to them is a re-evidence in the court. Okay. That is from my own perspective. Now, I've got over 50 people that want to go to court with me with their own evidence. So, before the court date, if you see the guy, that means we are looking up to 200 people that will go to court with us. So, if we can go to court, I believe this case will be another case.
So we'll talk about where the court's meant to be, maybe in Nigeria or in the UK. But let us speak with Lola, who is also a lawyer. Hello, Lola. Thanks for joining us. Lola, yes, can you hear me?
Hello.
Can you reduce the volume of your TV set, please?
Yes, I've left the room.
Okay, then go ahead.
I just want to commend lawyer Akinola on what he's been doing. You know, before this incident, he's really been fighting on a lot of our behalf. I mean, the state of even down to the toilet, the way the people are treated when you come to your this is meant to be home, to us, a second home, a place of sanctuary. We've not been treated as such. And it's very degrading, the way we've all been treated. I've been many times, and to the point that even to do little things now, I would rather go back home. I'll go to Nigeria and do my passport there. Because people are saying, bring £200, I'll give you fast track. We're no longer a dignified nation because of our conduct. I mean, lawyer Akinola also made mention of the fact that the UK, the Home Office, don't even view us as an English-speaking state. That is sad. After how many years of independence, that is very sad. That means that when you've gone to university in Nigeria, your certificates are actually no longer seen as credible by these states because we're not English-speaking, and they require, that's one of their requirements. It has to be, those documentation has to be from an English-speaking place. So please, we need to set up a fund for this gentleman to support what he's doing, because thus far he's done it on his own for us. Other countries, other nations will stand by individuals like this, organizations like this, and they'll push it forward what he's doing. But with Nigerians, we'll be looking, oh, thank you, sir, thank you for your help. Thank you is empty if he's going to a hotel and he has to pay for that by himself. For our good, for our children, we have to think of the next generation. We cannot continue like this. In 10 years, are we still going to be having this same conversation?
Of course, we cannot continue like this, and it's a burning issue. We want this to change, definitely, and it's indeed, it's sad that in this jet age, this is an issue that Nigerians are still talking about. It should not even be an issue at all. America, Canada, the UK, these are one of the places that would-be ambassadors fall over themselves to be, you know, to be appointed to, and then they come here. You know, it's just so simple. The British people will say it's a no-brainer. As an ambassador, do you just come in your exalted car? One of the very upsetting things that I saw in Abike Dabiri's message via our media rep, where she said that they would have destroyed the vehicle of the High Commissioner, but it was bulletproof. Bulletproof in the UK.
That statement.
So why should you even
talk
about that?
Why did you have bulletproof in the UK? Wasting our money again. And
no, so why is it? So then, when the commissioner comes out from his exalted vehicle and gets into his exalted office, and that is where it ends. He's waiting for people to be coming to do Rankadede, and that is all, coming to be hailing him. And that's the look we actually see on their faces. And this is not what we want. And this is my problem with President Muhammadu Buhari, which is also very, very annoying when he puts on one of those his overstarched attires, agbada, and then he's just stuck up in Aso Rock. He has this entitlement all over him, and he feels, okay, this is me. I am the president. It is my right. I'm a feudal lord, and that's just it. A president will step out of his office, go into the country to find out what is happening, how is my government or my governance affecting these people? It is not your right. It is not your entitlement. And this is what Nigerians need to let our leaders understand. They need to know this. Being in an exalted position or in a political office, it is not your right. You're there to serve. Somebody needs to tell President Muhammadu Buhari, and maybe he's even yet to do any of his appointments. I don't know. I mean, he's back in office again and he's like, I'll take my time. I don't even care. With so much arrogance. I don't know where all of that is coming from. And it's so annoying that we were outside in the rain, in the cold, singing his praises and hoping for him to be elected. This was in 2015, 2014, and this is where we got. As in, the whole thing just went down the drain. If you're truthful to yourself, let us say that as it is. And that's the fact. That's my opinion, and not the opinion of Ben Television. We're still back to this issue if we still have more time for you, for more things for you to brief us on.
I have a lot of things to unveil.
Yes.
Yeah, as I said, that, for example, we talked about the poor telephone service.
Yes.
And look, we have talked about the insufficient staff and poor ethics. Many of us have seen the way they talk. Some people have called, they said
Yes.
they talk to them as if they're doing them favor. I have been there. I've seen it when I'm doing my feedback. The way Nigeria High Commission staff rapport with the talk to the diasporas.
Yes.
They talk to them as if they're doing them favor. And I always say, look, you are not doing us favor. You are here because of us. You are getting paid. So you need to talk to us with respect.
Yes.
And we too will respect you back. You understand? They don't have that man. And we ask and we seek for...
You wrote staff to display ID while in office?
Yes. If you go there today now, if somebody talk to you rudely, because you don't know his name, you cannot report to anybody. So they ask, what's his name? When I don't have his ID, I don't see his ID card. So how will I know his name? So we agree on this one with the Kabibala, and he said he's going to put all those things in place. He did nothing for 2 years in office before he left. He's still there. Everything's still in shambles. Okay, now, the fourth one, diaspora need the PDQ machine. This is a very powerful one. PDQ machine. In your own opinion, I've been to small African countries, embassy in the UK. You go to Kenya, Uganda, they have PDQ machine inside there to make payment, to easing the stress. Now, as of today, 2019, Nigeria Commission is the only one that is patronizing postal order in the UK. I think postal order continue because of Nigeria Commission. I don't think when I've seen postal order last, nobody buys it anymore.
Yeah.
If you go to that post office in Charing Cross, when they see you they believe you are coming for postal order. They said, I've been there to interview. They said it's only Nigeria High Commission that is patronizing. And that is the only place you can see a lot of postal order in packing because they know we always go there. Now, we don't make sense. For example, now, you as a Nigerian now, you want to pay your money. You go there, you go and queue, number one, you pay commission. Does it make sense? Why can't you have PDQ machine there? Then I can easily pay my money. So that is more easier.
No, but the question
But now
I'd like
is,
to ask,
this man did not do this.
We have a whole list there. There's a question, what do these people come to do when they are appointed High Commissioner or Deputy High Commissioner? What are they actually do? What do they actually do?
They're unscrupulous people.
Attend parties, state functions, diplomatic events. Is that all they come here to do?
That's what they believe. That's what they believe.
How
Nothing
the place is run?
They don't care. They don't. You see, they are clueless. When somebody is visionless, they cannot do anything. No vision, no anything, no innovation.
It's sad, but honestly, all of this is we're just looking for a way forward. Because it is sad that we're still talking about this. This is not what we should be talking about as Nigerians. We hear about the great things that Nigerians are doing all across the world, but the country on its own, it's finding it difficult to function. I mean...
Yes. Yeah,
I'm searching for the right words. I'm completely lost. It is completely... It's really, really painful.
No, to not finish the PDQ machine, somebody told me from the inside, some of them inside that Nigeria Commission, some of them know what is happening there is bad. Some of them told me that this PDQ machine, they don't want to do it. I think that postal order, they're getting commission from there, and I don't think that postal order is going to the government.
So who is the person behind it?
Okay, let me prove my point that that postal order, I think, is not going to the government. When we started activism in front of Nigeria High Commission, before we started, if you might remember, or if anybody have witnessed it that listening to me, they used to buy 21, they used to pay 21 pound postal order before. That 21 pound postal order, that was my first annoyance. So from April, May, June, I think that postal order was cancelled. Before the arrival of Ambassador Guntadi on the 9th, that postal order was cancelled. It was cancelled. Why did they cancel it? That's the question. The money was going nowhere because nobody challenged it for years. They've been collecting it. Because I stood there and said, this money is a fraud.
But it's now being cancelled.
It's been cancelled since last year. Why did they cancel it? And that is why last year, the fee for the lost passport was increased from £100 to £250. I sent a letter to them. The letter is at home. Then why did you increase this money? Tell us the reason. We want to know. They said, Dr. Niyodo is rare. He told me that's the choice of the embassy. They said they can increase anything they want to increase. They don't need to give us any reason. You're not pointing to me that Canada, the Canadian passport, when you lost, this amount they receive. England, if that passport, this amount they receive. I said, that is their own country. We have subsidy. We have a lot of money in our country. Let us enjoy the goodies of Nigeria as well. You don't need to increase it while you don't need it.
Yes.
Then where is the money going? That's another. I want to know, because I will not let Ambassador Guntadi rest. I must know where this money is going. I must. It's my money. You see, people doesn't believe Nigeria is yours. It's mine. It's not. It's for every one of us.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, I get that. And then also here you have no adequate provision for nursing mothers, pregnant ladies, and the elderly. Unhealthy playing designation area for children.
Okay, let me answer that one first. The number 6. You know, there's a lady called now that says she's something.
Yeah, she's an elderly woman.
All those we make arrangement with Deputy Commissioner, and he agree with her. The funniest thing, this man always not said yes, and he noted down.
Yeah.
That I will look into it, and nothing has been done to today.
In terms of deportation on Nigerians who have certain challenges, issues relating with the UK authorities, how does the Nigerian embassy, the Nigerian High Commission stand in for them? Yeah,
we discussed this with Nigeria High Commission, with Deputy High Commissioner. We said that the people that have spent over 20 years in the UK, they should not be easily should not be easily eligible for deportation. Why? They need to put many things in consideration.
Yes.
Number one, we know that Nigerian government doesn't make provision for us. People of that nature, they're supposed to have this rehabilitation for them, resettlement for them, reintegration into society. Does Nigeria Commission do it? Nigerian government do it? Let's take the case of this lady that was deported from Germany. With three
yes,
kids.
with 3 kids.
What did Nigeria government do for her?
So what happened to the kids? Yes.
It's a singular man that bailed her out. That is the responsibility of the government. You see, those things that the government is supposed to do, we are doing it individually for ourselves, to help ourselves. But until when we come out and started challenging the government that this is your responsibility, that is why you are here. You understand? Nothing will be done.
True. And then with reaction like Jeffrey's reaction, that's Jeffrey Akpoweta Ewohime, his reaction on the 17th of June. It's not commendable. No one is applauding him. As a matter of fact, we really do condemn it. But we shouldn't wait for such a thing to happen before we then decide to say, this must stop. We have to change. And I see Ambassador Guntadi, fine gentleman, and I believe that he should have been on top of this situation a long time. It's so sad that all of this is coming up. He's very approachable. He is very approachable, and I just believe he would.
It's not approachable. The reason why I said that was that this ambassador met me outside in front of Nigeria Commission on 2 occasions when I was protesting there. As a gentleman, if you want to claim me in, he's a gentleman. When you saw a man of my age,
yes.
Man, I'm approaching 60. I'm standing in front of High Commission. Why can't they say, this man, what is the problem? Come over, let's talk. I would have acknowledged that he is a gentleman. He's not a gentleman. He's an unscrupulous man, unprofessional man. He doesn't know the purpose of his being in office. He doesn't know anything. He's a clueless man. He's a clueless man. If he is a gentleman, he would have approached me and called me.
Yes, yes, you were saying, you said he could have approached you and called you? You said he could have approached you and called you?
Yes. Yes, and we should have talked over it, and this thing would have been settled. But he just, on 2 occasions...
He walked away?
He just walked away, just looked at me, and he just broke his agbada like this. And I just went away. And I will say, that one I was annoyed as well. When he waved his agbada and looked at me, I was upset. I said, Ambassador Oguntade, you must go. You are an ineffective man in the office. You must go. Because he degraded me. And
no, wait, say that. What did you say to him again? You said when he pulled his agbada
when
like
he saw me, he just looked at me, came out of his knees, looked at me, he just turned his back, just put his agbada like this. My head burst. And I will say, this man, you are an unscrupulous man, you are an unprofessional man. You are not supposed to be here. Go, you are over 70, go and stay with your grandchildren at home. He could not talk. I had the right to talk. I didn't touch him. By law, I have the right to talk.
So you said this to Ambassador
What?
Butani?
He can't do anything. He said, I didn't talk to him. I'm not rude to him personally. I talked to him regarding the office. If I talk to him, if I base my argument on the office,
yes,
no problem. If I approach him, if I talk to him on the personal issue, use personal, that is why I preach the law.
Yes, yes. Thank you very much. I'm happy you came, and I do hope that viewers did not only get informed and educated about what is happening. Those are callers who called in. We do really appreciate your call, and together as Nigerians, we can put hands together and end this kind of attitude. Like, we've been talking about it. Let's keep talking, but actions. And if we're going to have actions, not destructive ones, but keep talking about this issue, it must come to an end. I really appreciate your coming, and believe we're going to call you again so that we can talk about this issue.
I'm ready.
Because I was going to ask you if you've seen Jeffrey, what's happening with him, and his fate. Is it the court's going to be in Nigeria or the UK, the jurisdiction you were trying to talk about? So all of those we're going to get into those hopefully and pretty soon. I just want to quickly inform our viewers that the 22nd, which is on Saturday, is the Edo Summit. We've been talking about it. The governor of Edo State is going to be there. So the event starts at 1:30, so no African time. So we have to be there in Charlton. If you are from Edo State, I hope you've bought your ticket and you're going to be at this event. The Edo Summit UK 2019 is coming up. I'm going to be there. Notwithstanding that I'm from Edo State, but I'm definitely going to be there. On the red carpet? Did you say that? Anyway, I'm just on a lighter mood. Okay, so thank you very much for being part of our program. A whole 2 hours. When there's something pressing like this, we come to the studio to talk about it. And of course, you are doing so well, sir. Thank you very much. That video you did that went viral, Nigerians are reacting. We are all clamoring and calling for a change. Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you very much.
So I've been speaking with the human rights lawyer, Mr. Samson Akinola, who has stood up. He's actually not just starting, because a lot of us actually thought of, since this issue happened on the 17th, and he came up and started talking about it. No. So he's been working with the Agent of Change Limited. So they've been trying to foster a solution to the inappropriate attitude of Nigerian embassy staff across the world, not just in the UK, and together we can fight this corruption if it's still in the comforts of Nigeria. No. Anyway, you get my point. Okay, so that's the much we could take on the program today. Thanks for being part of us, and a very big thank you to Papilla and Camilla Hair and Beauty Limited. And of course, you remember when you go to Papilla and Camilla Hair and Beauty Limited, 22A Electric Avenue, yes, in Brixton. Just give them the code ROSE210 and you get a 50% discount. And that's all we're having today. Remember, don't forget, the Edo Summit UK on the 22nd in Charlton. Take care. Have yourself a very good evening. Bye-bye.